shoot, I said as you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talker, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much making a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man with king? No response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot, what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. Now, today is Juneteenth, and I want everybody to have a happy Juneteenth and trying to dig out and figure out exactly what that means to you. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, well, this is a holiday that I have off. Well, this was a very productive holiday for your boy. I actually did a ton of work on the channel, behind the scenes and for the scenes. You guys mean the most, so you know I'm going to give you everything that y'all need. But, you know news don't stop. So today, I got a gift just dropped into my lap. And this gift is the gift that keeps on giving. So today, we're going to break down Digital Foundry's video. Now, listen, I want to tell you guys, I actually like Digital Foundry. To be honest with you, I like John Lennerman. I like all these guys. They do really good work. But a lot of times we feel that they're biased. Anytime they talk about our favorite plastic box in a negative light, we said that they took the bag, right? Well, today I think they took the bag from Microsoft. I'm just saying. But they balanced it out, though. They fixed it. And they took the bag from Sony. So Digital Foundry didn't take the bag. Digital Foundry has always been, I don't care how you look at it. They've always played what was popular to the crowd. So if popular to the crowd was something, they actually did that stuff. But they give a lot of hypothesis and a lot of theories, basically going forward with the information that is given. Now, me, myself, I'm not a tech head, and this is not a tech channel. And really, I don't really care too much about techs. I just want to see if the games are good. I'm a gamer. I'm a consumer. And I'm going to bring that information to you. So as a gamer and as a consumer, does this stuff play games? Well, the PlayStation Handheld, the one that's in development and the one that everyone is gearing up for, we're all looking to see what this thing is going to do. What's the game's going to be? What's the resolution, right? All this stupid stuff that really makes no sense. We don't understand this stuff, but we want to act smarter by listening to Digital Foundries. For all you brainiacs that listen to Digital Foundry, well, the King got you. I'm going to give you the King's breakdown of how he interprets whatever they are saying. And then we're going to get to the part that makes the most sense for us, right? The consumers, the one that just goes and buys the products, the ones that don't have an engineering background, don't have a developer background, and just consume product. That's what we do, right? All you stock investors, you phony stock investors worrying about numbers and units sold and pixel counting when it's not your job. Did you like the game? Was it fun? That's all we care about, right? Let's get back to that. Let's get back to us doing what we do, and let's let the other people do what they do. Because Digital Foundry, they break it down like no one else in the game. They're going to give you the pixels. They're going to give you what's under the hood. And a lot of times, some of you fools say, well, the CPU's not strong enough, so I'm not going to buy it. You know who doesn't listen to you? Nintendo fans. Because Nintendo fans don't give a damn what Digital Foundry has to say. They're going to consume because they know they space and they know they roll. It's just us idiots that think we know something. But let's get to these topics, right? Let's get to this episode where the King breaks it down on Juneteenth. Because y'all thought y'all wasn't going to get an episode today.
So there's been some interesting rumor mongering recently about an upcoming PlayStation handheld machine. We understand there is one in development.
Rumor mongering, you say? Please tell me more.
However, details, specifications haven't been forthcoming. However, again, noted leaker Kepler L2, who came up with extremely accurate specifications for the PlayStation 5 professional APU, has been spilling the tea, so to speak, on the technical makeup of Sony's in-development handheld.
So Kepler's been accurate, you're saying? Like, Kepler is the one that been leaking all this stuff, that he's been right this whole time, every time? All right, so Kepler's on the scene. All right, Kepler, all right.
And, well, it's certainly interesting, right, Oliver?
Yes. So basically the specs that Kepler has laid out here, he's basically laid out that it has 16 gigabytes of RAM, apparently LPDDR5X RAM, 9600 on a 128-bit bus. So just for reference, that would give it 50% more bandwidth than a Switch 2 potentially there.
Como? It's not like I even understood exactly what you said there. It was like a bunch of word salad. But you did say that it's more powerful than Switch 2. All right, so we get a chance to, it got more bus than a Switch 2. Yeah, okay, I understand that part. The more, has more bus than the Switch 2. Okay, all right, we cool with that.
But it's only 128-bit bus. A lot of people were expecting a wider interface. It has a 16 CU GPU, apparently, presumably from AMD's next graphics architecture family, presumably UDNA there. It has 16 megabytes of MALL cache, memory access last level, which is kind of conceptually similar to Infinity Cache. I know that Strix Halo has 32 megabytes of MALL cache, so that is helpful, presumably, for helping to deal with that bandwidth deficit, because it does have a big bandwidth deficit relative to the PlayStation 5 relative to other extant current generation consoles. But yeah, it is interesting there's no LPDDR6. I kind of assumed that would be in the package just because of the rumored launch date for LPDDR6 products. But in terms of the specs relative to a PS5, because this is kind of mooted potentially as a portable PS5 system, you're looking at about one-third the memory bandwidth and some fraction of the GPU shedding power. Just
on God and them, that's exactly how my brain heard it. Like, he is talking about all this stuff. Bro, I am not an engineer. I heard skibbity scabbity skibbity, the skibbity scabbity scabbity that got you to where it's supposed to be with infinity gabbity goobity. Is it fun, man? How much is that? Because it sounds like you put a lot of words together that says pay me more.
Reference that configuration in terms of the CU count, and actually the ROP count would be just exactly half that of the 9060 XT. And we have no visibility in the CPU, but presumably, of course, RT would be a lot more efficient than the PlayStation 5 design per CU. It would have good ML acceleration, presumably for next generation PSSR and next generation PSSR technologies, right, from Sony there. And presuming UDNA is at least as efficient per CU as RDNA 4, those CUs should be somewhere efficient than the CUs contained in the PlayStation 5.
Again, more of this mumbo jumbo that, all right, man, I'm trying to follow along here. Please, just like help me out here. All right, what's the resolution on this thing? Like, is this resolution gonna be 4K? What is it, 1440p? Yo, that screen gonna pop, right? Yo, tell me we gonna get a screen that's crazy. Tell me we gonna get a screen, OLED, gonna be VVRR, all that. Let's get to that. Let's get to the screen.
And it would be servicing, of course, a lower res screen. I'd presume maybe a 1080p panel, not a 4K display. That's another really critical difference.
The hell you mean 1080p display? Boy, you bugging. This is 2025 here, man. Now, come on, man. Don't do this to me, man. Even that Switch has like a 1080p screen, I think, right? Come on, man. Oh, man, come on, man. Don't break my heart like this, man. Hey, man. Come on, man.
On paper, a lot of the specs look quite similar to Strix Point, but the better architecture will presumably make a big difference. We're still looking at a 16 CU design, we're still looking at a 128-bit memory interface without LPDDR6. There are some points of commonality there. Maybe it's also going to be an 8-core CPU just for simplicity there as well. But I think critically, it's a console piece of hardware. It'll have the hardware decompression block, presumably.
All right, you already broke my heart with this. So what about the games? It's going to be able to play PlayStation 5 games like off the vert, right? Y'all not going to do nothing stupid like try to make games specifically made for the handheld like y'all did with the Vita and the PSP. Y'all not gonna do that, right? Because Shohei said that when y'all did that, that's when y'all fundamentally messed up. So they not gonna do that, right? They trust me. This is gonna be able to play my whole PlayStation 5 library. Yeah, come on, man. They're gonna do that.
It will have games that are specifically made for that hardware, and yeah. I mean, the hardware on the surface doesn't look crazy impressive or anything, but
fuck, what you mean? They're gonna make specific games for this thing. So immediately I'm gonna have to buy different games than what I have in my library. So this thing just ships to me like a potato. And what the hell you mean you not impressed with this? This is the new tech. This is the new. Oh, hell no, man. This ain't starting off right. Y'all know y'all love Sony. What's up with this?
In the context of a console platform where people are making games for it, in the context of FSR4 potentially being in the mix, in the context of other machine learning technologies being in the mix, in the context of maybe even having a lot of shared architectural elements with the upcoming PlayStation 6. I think it could be a really compelling platform.
So wait, you gave me a lot of theories and a hypothesis, and maybe it could be a compelling platform based off the fact that it could be something that's a companion to the PlayStation 6. But it's a standalone device that makes its own games. I think I've seen this movie before. This movie didn't end well. This movie was something disgusting, to be honest with you.
I think the big question mark from my perspective is what is the new AMD architecture, and to what extent is it better than the ones that we've got already?
Oh, wait a second. You want to know exactly what's the AMD architecture and is it better than what we got already? Man, I got the perfect person that can answer your question.
AMD and Microsoft are advancing a bold shared vision for the future of gaming. One that enables seamless gameplay across any screen, placing gamers at the center of the experience anywhere. We're so excited to be deepening our relationship with Microsoft and build on the over 2 decades of partnership, innovation, and trust. From the earliest days of the Xbox 360 to the most advanced consoles such as the Xbox Series X and S, and the recently announced ROG Xbox Ally handhelds. Moving forward, AMD will go beyond building custom chips for Xbox consoles to design a full roadmap of gaming-optimized chips combining the power of Ryzen and Radeon for consoles, handhelds, PCs, and the cloud. And we're doing it all with backwards compatibility so gamers can access their favorite titles across platforms, delivering on a promise to both gamers and developers. Together, we are building a vibrant open ecosystem that delivers the next generation of graphics and immersive gameplay powered by AI that includes new foundational models to accelerate the state-of-the-art in rendering. From console to cloud to handheld, AMD and Microsoft are building the future of immersive gaming. We are so excited to be working with Microsoft to bring all of this tech to gamers everywhere.
Thank you, Dr. Lisa, for making that super clear. Now, hopefully, my guys at Digital Foundry will understand that you are going above and beyond what is currently available. And even though the Xbox ROG Ally, that thing is light years ahead of what Sony is making, well, we know what you have in store. Well, hopefully, Digital Foundry understood that. Let's get back to it.
That's the big unknown, and the extent to which that architecture may be far more efficient in dealing with bandwidth deficits, because the bandwidth thing is what's holding back APUs on AMD handhelds quite significantly.
Come on, man. Y'all got to listen up, man. Tap in. Y'all got to listen up. I don't think you're tapped in. She just told you, man, that they understood exactly what's currently available and what they're pushing forward to. I think y'all not tapped in. Y'all got to get tapped in, man. Tap in, man. Tap in.
That's really interesting. I mean, the whole UDNA thing, I mean, I'm expecting to see an actual sort of shift in the way games are being rendered next generation. Not so much heavy on GPU, more balanced with machine learning-based features like, well, let's be honest, upscaling and frame generation. I think that's all part of the mix. So, the extent to which it's comparable with existing handhelds, that's debatable. We just don't really know what AMD have got cooking there. But, again, you think about what Microsoft is talking about for 10th gen console, biggest technical leap from any console generation. It's not coming from GPUs. It's coming from machine learning features. I think we can take that as read. And that will translate into whatever this handheld's doing. So I'm quite excited about this. I would also really like to see, and I think we've talked about it before on the Direct, full hardware back compat with the PlayStation 4 library.
Flag on the plate. So you're talking about them being compatible with the PlayStation 4? What's up with the PlayStation 5? So how come I got to get some little curated crap and the PlayStation 5 is not talked about? Why the hell would I want to have a new console to play old games? Right? I mean, that's what the PlayStation dudes are saying. Like, why the hell do I want to play PlayStation 4 games? Why can't I play PlayStation 5 games? Why I got to go a generation before that? where Xbox said they doing everything from OG to the series and everything. Why the hell these dudes just limited us to one generation back? What the hell is that about?
That might actually make a 1080p screen quite interesting, because otherwise I really think they should be going for 720p for any sort of handheld screen.
Yo, he broke Ali Mac's heart. He broke Ali Mac's heart, son. Ali Mac was like, oh, man, come on, man. Don't do the 720 on me like this, son. 720 screen. That PlayStation, hell is DOA, son. It's a potato.
I mean, I don't know what you think, John, but Switch 2, I don't really see any real advantage from, I guess the screen is bigger, but I'd have been happy with 720p.
Yeah, I tend to agree, specifically in terms of screen stuff. And actually, there's a lot more to talk about the Switch 2 screen that goes beyond resolution that we'll get to soon. It's not a great screen. I will say that.
So I was right. The Nintendo Switch screen is at 1080p with VRR. And they said that's whack. They got strays. They caught strays. Nintendo caught strays in this direct. But the PlayStation joint gonna come in weaker than that. Hey, yo. God, it gets better. Hold on.
Be fine enough with 720p target, as we've seen from plenty of other devices at this point, that when you're at that size, 720p looks good, and it saves a ton on pixel cost for the GPU, which starts to make the concept of this potentially more doable. Like, again, we don't know enough about what this is going to be to say, but I could envision a platform that somehow essentially it's like it's like the inverse of what the PS5 Pro is, where developers also target this handheld with their games. But the problem there, I guess, is like, I don't see how you could run non-patched games from PlayStation 5 on a portable hardware.
So this thing is like the reverse Flash. So it's like it's the reverse of the PlayStation 5 Pro. It's like the negative PlayStation 5. You got the Pro and you got the negative. The handheld is moving backwards. 720p. And it need patches. Patches? We don't need no stinking patches. This console is crap.
Like this either, so
They'll be patched. There's no doubt about it.
But like all of them.
Get them, son. Get them. All of them gonna be patched. You know damn well Sony lazy, son. Get them.
Well, not all of them, but it will be an imperative to expand the reach of existing games, right? Mm-hmm. But it is kind of ironic that if these specs are to be taken at face value, and let's say we don't know what UDNA is actually doing, it is almost like Sony's releasing a PlayStation 6, and then there's kind of like a Series S style PS5 also being made at the same time. So, unlike Xbox, when they made the Series X and S, that they can actually play the same games, Sony is putting out a console handheld that can't play the upcoming games, can't properly play the PlayStation 5 games, but can play the PlayStation 4 games. The reverse Flash. You guys, yo, this is the best news ever, son. All right, my guys, we back at it again, son. I just wanted to give you a snippet of what they was talking about, but just in case you've missed what the Queen dropped out and said, let's get to that as we wrap this up, because apparently we believe in generations, but our generations and back compatibility goes from the genesis of this all the way to exactly where we are now and where we're going. If you thought a company didn't believe in you, well, they believe in all your money that you put down, and they respect your money.
They respect your library. They respect you. Let's listen to what the Queen has to say when it comes down to actually giving you what you've asked for and not no crappy potato.
At Xbox, our vision is for you to play the games you want with the people you want, anywhere you want. That's why we're investing in our next generation hardware lineup across consoles, handheld, PC, cloud, and accessories. I am thrilled to share we've established a strategic multi-year partnership with AMD to co-engineer silicon across a portfolio of devices, including our next generation Xbox consoles, in your living room and in your hands. Together with AMD, we are advancing the state of art in gaming silicon to deliver the next generation of graphics innovation to unlock a deeper level of visual quality and immersive gameplay and player experiences enhanced with the power of AI, all while maintaining compatibility with your existing library of Xbox games. This is all about building you a gaming platform that's always with you, so you can play the games you want across devices anywhere you want, delivering you an Xbox experience not locked to a single store or tied to one device. That's why we're working closely with the Windows team to ensure that Windows is the #1 platform for gaming. The next generation of Xbox is coming to life, and this is just the beginning. We can't wait to show you what's next.
But now you're seeing that Microsoft and Xbox is front and center with AMD proclaiming their partnership. Now, we heard that Sony got a partnership with AMD too, but we don't understand what they're really going to do because basically all they bring in us is potatoes and tomatoes too. So I'm going to look at them and I'm going to tell you that Sony's through. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. We're going to run it up on these bums with these dudes gearing up to launch the worst device in the history of devices. The reverse flash, if you would, the potato that's going backwards. That's what they're bringing to you. So listen, while Microsoft and Xbox is bringing you the Asus ROG Ally, what y'all should be worrying about, honestly, is what that potato's going to do in the face of danger. Or is it going to be cooked? Are we going to make French fries? What can that thing really do? All I've heard that it can play PlayStation 4 games really dopely. To hell with you. I don't want that machine because technically what they're doing is they're telling you, they're setting you up for a fall. If you think that you're getting a PlayStation 6 based off of the information that you're seeing right here, right now, this is the concrete stuff, right? Because your man Kepler is about that life, right? He's about that leaker life, right? He's about that business. Digital Foundry get it, regurgitate it, break it down, and give it to you in bite-sized chunks. My man John wasn't going, son. He wasn't listening to nothing you was saying, son. He was like, that's got to be patch, and double patch, flipped over and brought back. Nah, he ain't about that life. And my man on the side, Ali Mac was like, he heard that 720, he was like, buddy. Yo, this is Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. Like, follow, and subscribe. This is what we do daily. We do breakdowns, we do bring 'em ups, we do get backs. Xbox all day, PlayStation in the bushes. This is Xbox Frontline News. Like, follow, and subscribe. Share it out to a friend. Don't have all this fun for yourself, but I'm going to take that logo and I'm going to throw it around the Asus ROG Ally X. Why? Because it's the best device on the block. And I don't care what I got to pay. As long as I ain't getting that potato like you dudes, yeah, your potato is going to cost you $900. But our device is going to do what it's supposed to do. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. Try to play the Game Pass.